Going. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
it's your boys, the boss and the box.
It is late. It is very late. So it's about 12:45 in the morning. We're not exactly sure if you're gonna get this. Yep, there we go. Oh, it's popping up. Cool.
Yep, told me it's live too.
Oh, you may have to. We're doing this ghetto style. Like we tried doing it before, but we didn't bring our whole setup, so we're just gonna do it ghetto style. So we're gonna talk about Aftershock.
That's right. Day 2, technically, our day 1.
Yeah. Was Thursday really a day 1 though?
Yeah. How are you gonna call all those thrash metal bands plus the almighty Cypress Hill not a great first day?
Okay.
Like overall, it's probably a better lineup than today.
I would have to agree with that. Yeah. Let's kind of get our general impressions here first, right? So we get there, and of course, like if you've ever been to an Aftershock show, you know that parking is atrocious. It's not like going to like Shoreline or the Concord Pavilion, and there's a big giant parking lot you can park in.
I felt like that was less distance than you cover going to Shoreline, though.
You think so?
I do, dude. That fucking mountain pathway you gotta walk all the way down from the fucking parking lot at Shoreline.
That's true. It's kind of like you're going to Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah. Like I feel like this was like about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, a little more uphill on the way there, but a lot more downhill on the way back. So that was pretty cool.
All right. Okay. I'll give it to you.
As far as Concord goes, now this is a lot. This is a lot more than that. But Concord's all uphill too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the parking lot's on the bottom and everything's up top.
So, the overall impression is if you've ever been to Aftershock, nothing's changed. As soon as you walk in, you get a stage directly to your left, and then you get nothing but a mile-long thing of beer booths. Beer booths, Black Craft Cult, and, various random merchandise booths.
A couple whiskey booths, a vodka booth, the little VIP stage thing.
Yeah. What did they do in the VIP anyways?
I don't know. I've never been a VIP, Brandon.
No. Like, I could just imagine, like, their VIP is just, you get a chair and a table for 5 minutes.
Like, you're alternating every 5 minutes. You got to get up and move. Fuck that.
Yeah. So we got there a little bit late, and sorry for all the opening bands and groups, but we missed you, and we got in as soon as Skillet was halfway done playing.
Actually, I think we got to begin. I think that was the first song.
Really?
Yeah. When we walked up, I think that was their first song. They just started.
Oh, okay. Well, they played their cool WWE theme songs that they had. They
opened with Invincible.
Yeah.
Actually, Skillet's really solid. I was really happy to share that for my buddy Peggy. She's a big fan. So no, Skillet was solid. And it's kind of going to be a recurring theme. That crowd was just flat-footed. Like there was a lot of people in front of that stage, but they weren't doing nothing. They weren't singing back. They weren't nothing.
No,
nothing.
No, I agree. It was pretty. Everyone seemed pretty bored most of the day.
I don't want to say bored. Well, I just think everybody was kind of saving up for Metallica, and I really think.
And we'll get there.
Yeah, I think this being, the first big event a lot of us have been to, like this was way bigger than Concord. And, even Concord kind of freaked me out, but this, like, you're packed in there like sardines in an open space.
This is the first time, like I've done the whole like masking thing everywhere I go, but this is the first time I've ever had to like put a double mask on.
Yeah, well, that's because you wandered deep into the pit for Metallica. So.
I got about halfway there.
So we'll get to Metallica.
So yeah, we saw Skillet when we came in, and we kind of we bounced around, trying to stay away from people for the most part, and
trying to find people,
which we were barely successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found a buddy from the past.
Yeah, Chris Morris, formerly Rubberfinger in the Word Kill, and this time's Brutal. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then eventually we found Nothing But Losers.
Yes. Me brother, my twin, the lovely Mrs. Spell.
Mm-hmm. So hung out with them for like 3 songs of suicidal tendencies, which
what the fuck was he preaching about the entire time? I felt like Suicidal Tendencies' whole set was a goddamn motivational speech or a sermon with music in the background.
I didn't realize he was preaching. I thought it was just one long suicidal song.
No, dude, like there were times his voice changed when he was singing, but for the most part, it just sounded like, and I don't mean like yelling like in song, it just felt like he was kind of just yelling at everybody. Like,
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Like, he just was going on tangents, and I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like you've been yelling at me for the last 30 minutes. Like, and I don't even mean that as a performer. I mean, like, yelling directly at me.
Yeah, I got a little bored. And I'm not trying to poo-poo this whole event. I had a good time today, but
it was packed over there for him, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You saw the kids and the old school folks getting over there for Suicidal.
Yeah.
Same thing for Rancid. Rancid was back too.
Man, hold on, you're skipping bands, dude. Like, you didn't include the fact that right after Skillet, we saw the Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, yeah, that was a good time.
Like, it was a good time. It's, you know, they opened with The Boys Are Back, and there wasn't much of a crowd vocal response.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of hand clapping going on down front, but, like, nobody was singing back. And that, once again, that was the theme all day.
Yeah.
Like, it really, really was. There wasn't a lot of sing-along or crowd noise or... Like I said, I don't feel like everybody seemed bored because everybody had really big and to an extent energetic crowds, but outside of like the pits, like nobody seemed to want to speak up. Nobody seemed to want to put their hands up. Nobody, they wanted to watch everybody, but they didn't want to do anything during it.
Right. One gripe I have about the Aftershock Festival is, what is this? Really? They give you these little lame wristbands.
Yeah, we're wearing ribbons on our wrists.
And, like, we have to wear this all weekend. We're not allowed to take it off. Otherwise, they penalize us, and we have to be charged money to get a new one. So it's like, that's not cool, man. Just give us a goddamn ticket stub or a virtual ticket. Come on. I don't want things on my wrists. I don't like things.
I don't like things.
I don't like things, especially on my wrist. It's kind of fruity. So I don't. Do we have comments?
Yeah, we got Jordan and Mike Vanek. What's up, guys? Thank you for being with us, as you always are. Mike Vanek's over there being packaged meat, man.
Yeah.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. Me and my wife dubbed him the Midnight Meat Train.
The Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah,
Mike
just
Vanek.
like the Clive Barker movie.
Good movie.
Vinnie Jones.
The first and last time Vinnie Jones was threatening.
Oh, bullshit. Like, would you fuck with him when he was a soccer hooligan and fucking...
fuck, yeah, I guess you're right.
Like, dude, did you ever watch Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck are you...
All right,
Vinnie Jones is scary.
All right. He stopped being scary after that, though.
Well, it's just because he's funny. Like, I still wouldn't fuck with Vinnie Jones. He kicked my ass.
Yeah. So let's see. So we saw Skillet. They played their WWE songs. We saw...
Dropkick Murphys.
Dropkick Murphys.
And they just kind of played all the songs you want to hear from Dropkick Murphys. We missed Rose Tattoo because we shuffled off to go check out Butcher Babies.
Who?
Butcher Babies.
Who's Rose Tattoo?
Rose Tattoo's, no, that's the fucking Dropkick Murphy song they usually close with.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's right. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Midnight Mike. No, shut up. You're the Midnight Meat Train. Because you're a lonely man slapping meat in the freezer all night.
So I will say,
slapping meat.
So I will say, Aftershock, the layout is much larger this year. I mean, it's still the same Discovery Park, but there's a lot more ground to cover walking around. So there's 3 stages. There was 3 stages before, but like they were kind of a little bit closer, so everything's just a little bit pushed farther away, I guess.
I feel like the first 2 are kind of on top of each other a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Like there's, the first one, then you walk over the little hill, and then bam, there's a second one.
Yeah. So now you kind of have to walk quite a bit of a distance. I think I put in about 20,000 steps today. And now I'm feeling it because I just stuffed myself full of Denny's, which is why we're doing this now, because we went to Denny's first.
Right, and the wait time was pretty long there. Our waitress was badass.
Yeah, she was a badass, little skinny. I want to say maybe like a little punk rock gypsy chick.
Ukrainian or Eastern European of some sort.
Yeah, she had a real gypsy vibe to her, I think.
Gypsy's a derogatory term we shouldn't use on our show.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know gypsy.
It's on the list.
No shit.
No shit.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a slur.
Well, what's the politically correct way to say gypsy?
Romanian, I think. That's where they're from.
Can we just call him Gogo Bordello?
Moving on. So, like, yeah, we saw Butcher Babies, who actually were the first band who sounded all the way around well-rounded. Like, the kick drums were not good. Dropkick Murphys, you couldn't hear half their instruments. Butcher Babies, the kick drums were dialed in on that third stage over there, and they sounded really solid. They were the first band I saw getting a really big crowd reaction, even though they didn't have a huge crowd. They had a good crowd.
And I knew that the Butcher Babies lost one of the ladies a few years ago. I did not know that they gained another lady. So I thought they had one lady for a while. So I guess I was wrong there.
So they got it. Now, did they bring the other one back, or is it a different one?
I think it's a different one.
I don't know. I've never seen Butcher Babies live, and I've only seen pictures. So, you know, and with all the get-ups and costumes they wear.
Well, I mean, I'm only used to seeing them half naked, so
yeah,
you know, I didn't recognize them with clothes on.
Right. Mike Vanek just asked again how Suicidal Tendencies was. It was a Suicidal Tendencies set, which, you know, they're always energetic, they're always fun. But honestly, man, like, my God, Mike just yelled at me the whole time. Like, I felt like I was getting a lecture with Suicidal Tendencies instrumentals under it. That was literally what it felt like. Like, he was yelling at everybody about nothing. I'm not sure what he was yelling about.
I'm not either, actually.
Like, he sang about half his lyrics and then just kind of talked over the set.
Yeah, he did. I will say this though: when they did play their music, they were very raw. So they weren't a polished band. So this is not a derogatory term towards them. This is actually an endearing term, where like they kind of sounded like a hungry local band, because they weren't adhering to backtracks. They weren't adhering to like metronomes or anything like that. They were just balls out, rocking out and punk rocking out on stage.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah,
I'll go with that. They had Robert Trujillo's son playing with them tonight. At least some of their songs.
That's pretty cool, especially since he played later.
No, yeah. Rob from Metallica did not sit in. His boy did, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son did, which is cool.
That would have been something, though, like Robert Trujillo jumping up to play Suicidal Tendencies songs.
Yeah, but I mean, he had 2 hours to play at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I understand why he wouldn't.
So, yeah, I mean, so we kind of wandered around a little bit, and eventually we saw Rancid after that.
I would say we saw video of Seether, but we didn't go see Seether. Like, I was okay with that.
Nirvana died a long time ago.
But no, yeah, Rancid actually played a really good set. They played for like 50 minutes.
Oh, dude, they sounded solid. They sounded just like their CD.
Yeah, no, it's aside from the guitar player looking old, like he didn't sound it.
No,
he didn't play like it. He wasn't, for lack of energy. Like, you can tell he's an older guy now. But other than that, no, Rancid was super fucking solid. Like, their whole set was really good.
What's the name? So it's Lars Fredriksson, and what's the other guy's name?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've been blanking on that all day today. Mike would know.
Tim Armstrong.
Tim Armstrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Armstrong's the bald one, right?
No. I thought it was.
Or is that Lars?
I thought it was vice versa.
Lars Fredriksson.
I don't fucking remember.
I don't either.
I wasn't into Rancid.
Oh, Vanek would know. But I was gonna say that the bald guy looks so much like the Mighty Z, or Mighty Z looks like him.
For Zoran?
Yeah, Zoran.
Yeah. Yeah, he does look like Zoran.
Just give him a little neck tattoo, and you got Zoran in Rancid.
But no, dude. The most notably about Rancid, "Time Bomb" is a better, and I love that song to begin with. It's a better song live. Mm-hmm. Like, it was really good hearing all the vocal work go into it. The energy was solid. Like, no, Rancid was good outside of, like I said, the guitar player looking older. Like, they weren't they didn't show it. They didn't wear it. Like, they played a super solid, super energetic set, you know.
In my opinion, they were probably and you'll probably disagree with this, they were the MVP of the day.
You know what? I do disagree, but I'm not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm not. I won't fight you on that.
Yeah.
Because that's subjective. But like, usually I'll slam your opinion. I'm going on that. No, like, they definitely brought the whole show up.
Yeah.
Like they elevated the show, because other than that, I mean, it wasn't a bad day of music, but like, it's a recurring theme. The crowd just wasn't awake. Like nobody was really singing. Suicidal had a large crowd, but not an active crowd at all.
No.
Like, everybody was there. Like, the whole.
They had a mosh pit, but it was.
But that was the only part of the crowd that was active. Like, outside of the mosh pit and the front, everybody was just watching, kind of hanging out, watching Suicide.
Yeah.
Like Rancid was the first one to get like multiple pits going, and a lot of people, you know, interacting, people actually singing.
Which is funny because like Rancid's not like super high energy music.
No,
they're very medium paced, which is fine. But yeah, great set from Rancid. I enjoyed that. I watched pretty much almost all of Rancid.
Yeah, so did I.
And then
even when I was sitting down, I was still watching them.
And then as we kind of bounced around some more, and we ended up at Volbeat, right?
Well, I mean, that was the only other place to go.
Like
Volbeat was next, and there was nobody else on stage at the same time.
So before Volbeat, I went to go wait in line for some Dippin' Dots.
And gone for like 40 fucking minutes.
I was. Well, my dumbass got into the wrong line, so I was in the line for chicken strips. And then the line for Dippin' Dots was empty. So I was in the line for at least 20 minutes trying to get Dippin' Dots in the chicken strip line. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's nobody there. And I just waltzed up.
Kind of went sideways.
Yeah.
Well, it was cold, dude. It's a lot colder than I expected. Like this weekend, the temperature just kind of dropped off. Like, we're having fall weather.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
It felt so good.
Until it got dark.
It felt so good. I went to buy Dippin' Dots, Dippin' Dots ice cream, and I ate that, and I turned out to be freezing. So I went and dropped $65 on a fucking Blackcraft coat hoodie because I was freezing.
An orange Blackcraft.
I love it. It's the color of Halloween.
Fair enough. You do look like the Great Pumpkin in it.
Well, I think that's the color of it, though. It's the name of it. The Great Pumpkin.
No shit.
I think so, yeah. Blackcraft coat.
All right, Linus, put it away.
Anyways. So, yeah. Tell us about Volbeat, because I left about halfway through to go on a hoodie hunt.
Honestly, man, Volbeat was badass. I'm a Volbeat fan. I make no bones about it. They were a band I didn't like at first. The first time I saw them live, they sucked. But there was something about their music that I like. Like, I know a lot of people like to slam them because they're radio friendly, they're catchy, but they've got crunchy guitar riffs. Sure, they write somewhat basic patterns, but they're very varied in what they do. Like, they do a lot of like old school boogie. They do a lot of swing style stuff. They had a sax player, a piano player. They played a lot of songs that I really wanted to hear, which was cool. Like, I didn't expect them to play "Die to Live" because they have a guest vocalist on that. So I didn't think they were going to play that. They did. That was when they had the piano player and the sax. They played pretty much across their whole catalog. Like, they didn't play their whole catalog.
No.
But over the 50 minutes, like, Volbeat's a band that, you know, people think in the States, like, they seem to kind of think they're somewhat of I don't want to say a new band. They've been around for, you know,
a while.
People in the States probably think like 10 years. Like, when you really
sounds about right.
Yeah, I think they've been here about 10 years. If you watch some of their live shows from like Copenhagen, like where they're from, Jesus, like they fill arenas.
Wow.
Yeah, like they sell out arenas. They're one of the biggest shows you can see. And I just thought they were super tight. Once again, the crowd still wasn't really singing along or cheering overly loudly, but it was packed.
Yeah. I will say they probably had the best sound of the night.
Yes, they sounded really crisp. And for all the instruments they bring, the 12-string guitars, the the sax, the piano. They just had a really solid sound, a really solid set. Like they could have played another 10, 20 minutes. I wouldn't have been mad.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I got a little bored outside of being cold. Like not the slight Volbeat, but after what their little country song? No, after their Metallica song. So they played a Metallica song that they covered before Metallica came on stage, and we're gonna get to stick around, my friends. My friends, stick around because we're gonna talk about Metallica, and you're gonna hate it. So, but yeah, I thought that was, even though they probably had permission to do it, I don't know. I just thought it was a little uncouth playing a Metallica song before Metallica came on stage.
a little weird.
Yeah.
Like a little weird. You usually don't do that sort of thing, but you know, they were busting jokes up there about it too. Like when they got called and asked if they wanted to be a part of the 30th anniversary of the Black Album from Metallica, and you know, Michael said he's on. We politely picked up the phone and said, "Who?" Like, you know. And then when they finished their set, they're like, "There's another great band after us." They didn't say who it was. They weren't like, "Stick around for Metallica." They're like, "Stick around. There's another good band after us." Like, so there was a lot of tongue in cheek, a lot of gamesmanship, and I dig that shit because I figure if they're participating on the 30th anniversary, you know, Black Album tour, they probably have a relationship. Like,
yeah.
Like so. But in my opinion, Volbeat was kind of the MVP of the day.
Okay.
Like that was the crowd started to wake up a little bit during them. Not quite fully though.
Yeah, they as I just said, they definitely had the best sound of the day.
Yes.
So that was cool.
That stage had the best sound today.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because Skillet sounded good.
Skillet sounded really good.
Okay, so you know, I didn't see their whole set. As I said, I went on a hoodie hunt and dropped money on that thing. So, but let's get to the conclusion here, and the conclusion is Metallica for night one of the Aftershock Festival. I gotta say, I am very unimpressed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the sound guy or Metallica as a whole. They play a lot of good songs, but they didn't play them well.
Here's what was weird. They opened up sounding fine. Like, when they opened up with Whiplash, it sounded good. Like, and I thought we were on our way to a really good set. And then you and I both noted, man, they're a little slow tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh God.
Yeah, they're a little slow. And then when I went and sat down and was watching them play Cyanide from the side there, like Lars's kicks were all over the place. Like it sounded like he forgot what he was supposed to do half the time, and so he just kind of fluttered in like every third kick note. He just kind of fluttered.
Yeah. So they played all over their catalog. You know, they played No Leaf Clover, which was their best sounding one, I think, that they played. They played One. So I will fully admit, we left about an hour into their 2-hour performance just because they were pretty much sounding like garbage.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. It was kind of tough to sit and listen to. I'm not gonna lie. Like, unless you were in the throng of people, and bluntly stated, man, it's day one. COVID. Like I'm not really trying to be in the midst of everybody, and during that set, there was no not being in the midst of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, their performance stage-wise was fine. Their performance music-wise was not. So they played Whiplash. It sounded fine. Then they played Creeping Death, which
they didn't play Creeping Death. They played Harvester Sorrow.
No, I'm sorry. No, not Creeping Death. The second song they played was Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
They played Ride the Lightning, which was played at such a slow speed that I was like, what? And then, yeah, they played Harvester of Sorrow, which was also extremely slow.
And it's kind of a slow song anyway, so.
Yeah, it was like played at half the speed. Then, God, what else did they play?
Rob and Kirk were pretty awesome, but even Kirk's playing was off. Like Kirk was throwing in licks and solo, like little mini solos and shit, and like it was rough, man. Like, and they completely fell apart in Cyanide. Like the whole band just fell apart, vocally, guitar wise, bass. The drums were already sloppy as shit. Like they just fell apart,
dude.
And it was I was kind of ruined from that moment.
Dude, when they played One, oh my God, One was terrible.
It about 3/4 of the way through, they got on point, but yeah, like there was a lot of times you could tell like Lars kind of shot his wad and blew his gas tank in those first couple songs, and somewhat I don't think his in-ears were working very well. Like he sounded a step ahead or a step behind through about 80% of that half set we saw.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah. As a drummer,
Panic's like, yeah, you guys all said that. You're like, it's normal. Like that's just Lars, and I'm like, fuck, that kind of sucks. Like the money Metallica charges for me to go watch them play. Like I'd hope they'd sound better than that.
Yeah, like it's.
I mean, we didn't pay for our tickets.
It pays to be a promotional podcast. But like affiliates. Yeah. So Lars Ulrich, during One specifically, like he did that thing that drives me nuts, and all drummers do it. And I'm not slighting all drummers, but he like changed all of the fills in the song, and then but he didn't change them for the better though. He like changed the fills as just like really simple fills, as opposed to like anything close to what he would originally do. So, instead of doing like a snare tom roll, he would just go.
There was one where he did that one that I fucking loved it. Like I actually thought it sounded really good when he like did like 9 straight.
I hated that.
Dude, I loved it. That was one of the only times like I was like, I know that's not the way he plays it, but it's got a decent impact tonight.
Yeah. So, but I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking in that regard. But so far the highlight for me for Metallica was when they played No Leaf Clover, because I thought they only played that with the symphony, and it sounded great by itself. So I was like, cool. And another thing that surprised me, they played Frantic from Saint Anger. I was like, what? You played a Saint Anger song? Oh shit.
The way they introduced it, this is a song from your favorite album.
Oh.
I was like,
yeah.
It must be Saint Anger song.
Yeah. Well, it didn't click to me until they played it. I was like, oh, I get it now.
All in all, I just think they're kind of half speeding it tonight. Like I think they know they've got a tall order. I have a feeling they're going to reach deep in the bag of tricks on Sunday. I have a feeling Sunday's going to be, at least in practice, something special. I don't know if it'll be that way in execution. But I mean, we'll just have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I just feel like they didn't put it all. They didn't leave it all on the stage tonight because they know they've got to do it again in 2 days.
Yeah. So all in all, today, I mean, I guess good warm-up day. And trust me, I'm warm after 20,000 steps today. I'm warm.
Fuck that! I'm freezing balls, and you keep it like a fucking tomb in here.
Oh yeah, otherwise I can't sleep.
So I'm gonna freeze. So like, sorry, shrinkage is real.
Dave's gonna go take a hot shower before bed.
I actually am. I was planning on it.
So yeah, that is our day one review of Friday's Aftershock. So
as far as that question, Mike Vanek, will we stay for their whole second set? Remains to be seen. Straight up, like if they play as bad as they did tonight, fuck no.
We have work today. I have work the next day.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I don't. It's funny too, because like we're on vacation, especially with all the stuff that's been going on with me. Mm-hmm. All of it happened during a school break, so I haven't been working during this whole time. So like typically, if I was just a regular staff member, I'd have the day off because it's what you call a staff development day.
Okay.
But because I'm a teacher, I have to be at staff development day.
You have to go and develop the staff.
Yeah. So, I have work on Monday. So,
like I said, it truly depends. If Metallica delivers that captivating set, because I'm not gonna lie, it's the first time I've seen Metallica, and I know Brandon's seen them a couple of times, but having this being my first time, if I wasn't aware of their advanced age and that, you know, things kind of like that happen, I was rather pissed. Like, I was really pissed that they fell apart like that. And if they do it again, fuck no. Like, my wife wants me to bring her home Leatherbees. Like, so, and I got to get there before they close.
How are you going to do that?
I have cold boxes.
Oh.
Yeah, I have my lunch bags and shit. They're insulated.
Okay.
I have cold packs.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
Okay.
My wife will get her ice cream. She might have to miss the burrito, but she'll get her ice cream.
All right. So thank you to the four of you, whoever you are, Mike Vanek and Jordan, and whoever else.
The rest of y'all.
The rest of y'all. Thanks for tuning in at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we'll try and be on earlier, and we're gonna be around all day.
Yeah. So I've been trying to do updates on the social media throughout the days, but like because we're there, they like throttle the internet, so we can't use the internet while we're there because there's so many people there.
It makes us want to throttle them.
Yeah. So with that being said, check out the updates tomorrow. Tomorrow's being headlined by the original Misfits, so Glenn Danzig and company. So tune in for that, and we will give you our update tomorrow as well. So shall see you. So good night, folks.
You're gonna deal with this all fucking weekend.
Yep, that's right. No show on Monday, you fucks. You get us all weekend.
Unless for some stupid reason we want to.
Oh God, I don't think so.
Me neither.
All right, good night, everybody.
Oh, I thought you